5 for you with Jay and
Kev.
all right, we're back again. What's this? Episode 5,
Yep,
6?
number 5.
Oh, Cinco de Mayo, Cinco.
Like the
All right,
line that never could.
wow. Okay. Um. All right. So first and foremost, like always, thank you for checking it out. Thanks for listening. Thanks for I don't know, subscribing, commenting, liking. We got a lot of views on YouTube for this one, which was actually kind of dope because I haven't seen a number that high since in a while. But
Wait, what was the number? I haven't really been
no,
checking.
I'm not checking. I'm not telling you.
Now I'm about to look it up.
No. Oh my gosh. And here comes a commercial break sponsored to you by
Ain't no
nobody at all.
sponsors, ain't no commercials.
All right. Anyway, you done checking now? You feel better?
Nah, you can go ahead. I can multitask.
No, we all know you can't.
Hey, I'm multitasking right now.
All right. What I just say?
Like, how you gonna put me on the spot like that? You said we all know you can't, and then you stopped, and then you asked me what you just said.
Not what I said actually.
That is what. Shut the hell up.
All right. I'm gonna apologize in advance if I sound a little weird. My throat's a little messed up. I think a
Yeah,
cold is coming around.
You
You
got
said what?
cootie.
You got cooties, nigga. All right. Wow. I just said the N word.
Funny
I did
throat.
not mean to say that. Okay. Did I get any mean questions or big questions? A lot of it's just been support. Thank you guys, big time.
Word. Oh. Also, once again, check out the Charge Up show. If I didn't say it, no, I said it last time, but
Yeah, we did say it last
Isaiah
time.
said
Shouts.
big up us on his podcast. So hey, another shout out to
Yeah, yeah,
Isaiah.
yeah. Yeah, shout out to him because he did comment. He left a review, man. Appreciate that. Oh yeah, also drop some reviews, drop some ratings on those iTunes platforms and Google Play and all that stuff, just to keep us up. You know what I mean? We love that you guys are checking it out. Just let us know you're there.
Word.
What was I gonna say? What was I gonna say here? Big up again to Blastchat. We appreciate that gratefully. Great app.
Blast it.
Blast it. All right. Yo, shout out. I meant to tell you this. I didn't even tell you it off. But Kenny hit us up and was like, "Y'all niggas still arguing, huh?"
Kenny.
Kumeta.
Oh, Kumede.
Kumere,
Oh, big
kumere.
head Kenny, I'm on you, boy. You listen to these podcasts, Kenny? No, real talk. Let's just talk about how Kenny got bad joints on his Instagram.
Hold on. Before we talk about Kenny's bad joints, let's shout out my man's hustle right now. Owning a beauty supply store, just
Hey,
finished med school.
hey,
Like, I don't even know what he's doing. I'm like trying to sit here and creep like I'm about to figure out what he about to do. I don't even know what he's about to do. And shout out to him, man. My African brothers, man.
for real.
All right, let's get into the show. So,
Hold on, you ain't gonna just cut me off. Like I said, he got
go
bad
ahead.
joints on his Instagram.
Yo,
Now,
I ain't gonna front. He got some. Yo, he got some. He got some hot fire. Talk about my buddy, man.
anyways.
Yeah, now we getting all angry, salty.
Nah, I ain't salty. I'm good.
Yeah, that's cool. But that brings us to a great segue here of having a friend of the opposite sex. Man, oh
Mm,
man. I think what me and you both have a female best friend.
yep.
You have a glorious best friend. Shout out to Nils. I have a
Dilly.
best friend. Shout out to Jazz.
Shout out Jazz.
You know what I mean? Shreveport's finest reporter.
Hey,
Um, yo, have you got like a lot of flack or feedback from like individuals or like women you talk to because of that?
everybody and their mother is always like, "Oh, you guys are gonna end up married."
Yo, I hate
That's the
that.
number one thing. Anybody who has a best friend of the opposite sex knows that's the main thing. Or, nah, I know you. Like you tried. No.
No, not at all.
Um.
Bro, me and Jazz can't even hug. Like, it's weird. Like, I'm like, bro, I don't want to even touch
Yep.
you. Like,
Well, I'm not gonna say that, but I bug Nils all the time
yeah, I
with
bet you
that.
do.
I do it though because she doesn't like it. I do it to be
Yeah.
ignorant.
Yeah, me and Jazz are just like the
Um.
same person. Shout out to Jazz.
What else? There's
But
like
yeah, a
so
lot of,
many things that happen, or like you're talking to somebody and they don't feel comfortable with it, and they pretend that they do, and then it comes
yeah,
out to the
just
light that
wait.
they
They
really
wait
did.
until like the end of the relationship and be like, well, this whole time, I didn't
Yeah,
understand how you had a female best. And it's like, wow, like, you
I
didn't
I
say this at
came
all.
out the gate telling you that's what it was.
Exactly. Like, This isn't brand new. This has been here. You know what I mean? Like, and then they're always assuming things like, oh well, you're sleeping with them. No, I honestly just made good friends with them, and it's been like that for quite some time. I'm sorry you don't understand it, but it is what it is.
That's
So
why I don't. I know like a lot of guys would be like, well, if my girl had a guy, I couldn't do it. My
that's a
girl
lie.
currently has guy friends. It don't bother me. Like
Nope.
at the end of the night, she comes home to me.
Yep.
So why do I care? I mean,
Exactly.
obviously, I'm not with the disrespect, but
Yeah.
those are
Yeah. Yeah.
conversations
Yeah.
you need to have if it's an issue.
Exactly. It's like if she's out here like doing like outlandish things, of course.
Yeah, yeah,
But if it's just your friend, like again, how is
exactly.
that hurting me? It's
Especially,
not.
and also, it's like it goes back to that the thing I've always I stood by is if your friend came before me, I ain't got no room to say nothing about what they doing,
Nope. They were here
unless
before
of
me.
course once again they're being disrespectful. But then that would be your job to call it out.
Exactly. Like that's your. I didn't want to say that's your animal to tame, but like that's your battle. That's not mine. I could
Exactly,
bring up a concern like, hey, I just want to make sure everything's cool. This is a little weird. Like you can be open about your feelings,
exactly.
but you don't have to. I don't know. Just be so insecure about it. Almost. You know what I mean? So it's like people will automatically just assume the worst because they're trying to find a way out of it because they don't know how
Exactly.
to actually like express themselves. So it's like I can say, you know what, Kev, I'm real, you know, it kind of hurts my self confidence because of your best friend choice. She's extremely pretty. What about me? And it's like, all right, you need some reassurance, you need some, validation. Okay, not an issue.
I'm okay with a little bit, but not too much.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, everybody
The
should.
the previous thing I was in ended as a result of that.
hmm I mean, there's like three things that's needed in a relationship: validation, here and there, affection, and a little bit of objectifying. Like, girls like to be objectified. Like, man, it's like
Nah, I don't believe in that. We
so
different
you're
there.
not gonna tell your girl and be like,
No, I'm
yo,
not
you got
disagreeing
it.
with what you're saying, but I believe there's only three things you need in a relationship
Oh boy, here we go.
from the guy's perspective.
Hold on. Disclaimer.
You don't even know what I'm gonna say.
Go ahead. Prove me
Why'd
wrong.
I
Go
get a
ahead.
disclaimer?
Cause you just go ahead. Prove me wrong. Go
The
ahead.
three D's. You already know what it is. I'm not about to even
Oh,
say it.
and that at that moment, he knew he just fucked up.
The three D's. If you're a guy, you only need
You're
three
probably
D's
wondering
in a
how I got
relationship.
here in this movie.
Three D's.
What are they?
Determination,
Okay. Okay.
dedication,
Okay.
and dick.
So yeah, Kylie Jenner's pregnant.
No, real talk though. Real talk. You give
Yeah,
those
she
three
really is
things.
pregnant.
You give those three things. You good.
Now, what if they don't want to have sex with you at all though? Like, what if they want to like hold themselves out?
Then you give the first two.
Hmm.
There's other ways to stimulate a woman's mental.
It's very true.
You can definitely fill a woman up with your mind. That's real talk. The a woman's greatest sexual organ is her
Organ is her
brain.
brain. What's, oh my god, get out of my head.
Yeah, you know what it is. If you're not
Yeah, trust
stimulating
me.
her mentally, you ain't gonna do nothing physically anyway.
Yeah, son. I think did I text you this today? When I hit the group chat, I was like, yo, like, do you have sex like to actually have sex what it's meant for, or is it just like
Now,
to
I think
make
you
you
sent
feel
that
good?
article,
I did send
but
an
all that
article.
spurred from what the conversation we were having in the group chat, and I was being funny and I made a joke, and then it turned into that.
Yeah, exactly. Like it gets to a point where you have to realize that your relationship can't be based on one thing.
Exactly, it can't. That's just like I believe in a
Relationship.
holistic health. You have to have all parts,
Yep. And
like the circle of life.
yeah, exactly. So when I just like hiccup so hard. Excuse me. But
Cause you
like
got cooties.
shut up. But like it's like if all you're looking at is one thing, so then it's like, all right, this person just cheated on me, but you know what? Their sex is pretty great. I'm about to stay forever. Like what?
Yeah, that's whack.
Do they not respect you? So then you
That's
have to
super
kind of
whack.
you start looking at who you are and what you are and like what it is you really want in a relationship. If the only thing you're looking for is sex, that's an issue. Like, are you looking for attraction? Are you looking for pleasure? Are you looking for attachment? Like, what is it? You know what I mean? The meaning of sex is actually about like reproduction and stuff. Like, it's not. It's yeah, it's cool for that. 35-second influx of dopamine into your brain, and you feel high for a second, and everything's great. Okay, then what about afterwards? There's still gonna be a cheating, lying person that doesn't respect you. So how you
Yep.
gonna deal with that? What, have sex
Respect,
again?
respect, respect. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, man. I hate that joint. I was in the group chat earlier, and this girl was like, "Oh, I just really need to have great sex," and I was like, "Dog, really? Like, that's it?"
Shout out to me getting kicked out of that group chat.
Shout out to the group chat, man. They checking on the
Nah, they
podcast,
don't get
man.
no shout out. F everybody in it.
Damn.
It's like,
Shots.
nah, I'm kidding. There's a couple of y'all who cool, but the rest of y'all,
Yeah, word. And it's like, it gets to that point where
nah,
it's
who am I?
like,
I can't even say that. Specifically, the person who kicked me out of that group chat, you're a corn, and I hope you're listening.
but it's
No
like,
shout outs to you. You're just angry.
wow. Anyway, so it's like, you get to that point, and it's like, oh, because they were talking about like the whole cuffing season schedule. And it's like, oh, here comes the tryouts
I
time.
don't
It's time to
believe
sign
that.
people. Exactly. But even if it was, I'm like, the only thing you're looking at right now is sex. Like, that's all you got.
Some
Like,
people really. I believe that people who are fulfilled with just sex are simple minded people, and there's nothing wrong with being simple minded, but it's not for everybody.
that means it doesn't take much to please you.
Exactly. You're
Like,
complacent. That no, that's strong.
yeah, that's a strong one.
You're okay with. I was about to say mediocrity.
You're complacent with mediocrity. Like,
You're okay with that, and there's nothing. Once again, I don't want anybody to be offended by that. Like it's okay. We need something. We need someone everywhere. Like if somebody aspires to be a trash man, be a
that
trash man. Like there's nothing wrong with that. If that's what you like, your goal in life was to become a trash man.
used to be
Do
mine.
it. Somebody has to do the job.
Exactly. So when it gets to
Don't
that
be
point of,
ashamed of it.
yeah, and like the other question I remember I had brought up was like, because they were like, oh well, if somebody just wants sex, they could just say it. Like, how many times that really received? Like, you go up to somebody like, hey, I don't want anything with you, just
Nah,
sex,
no lie. I've done it before. I don't care.
and they were okay with that. Shout out to you. I must ain't got no game.
I'm not. I've made it clear my intentions plenty of times. Some people can handle it. Some people can't. I'm not a disrespectful person, but I'm gonna keep it 100.
That ass.
Just like some people may wonder, like, oh, well, how come you never dated me? Clearly, there was a reason.
Because yeah, there was something missing. There's something I didn't want there.
Yep,
So it's like, and that's the other part too. Like when everybody feels like you have to force everything out of relationships. Like if you're dating and something isn't working right now, like that's okay. You just aren't meant to really be right now.
exactly,
Find that part somewhere else. Like find it in yourself.
exactly,
You know what I mean? Like try to find it so much in yourself that it attracts somebody else to you. Like you don't have to force
exactly.
someone to be everything for you. Like it's okay for them not to
Yes.
be. Yeah. Major bars, major bars.
Oh
But
man.
and that comes to the other point too. Like in a relationship, like what is worse? Like having bad sex, cheating on somebody, arguing. Like I always kind of I was about to answer the question right after I said it, but what do you think? Cheating or arguing? What's worse?
I wouldn't say specifically arguing, but if we're gonna go in a versus conversation,
Mm-hmm.
cheating versus bad communication,
Uh huh.
I'd rather deal with the bad communication because
Really?
I'm a hot or cold guy.
Okay.
If you cheat
Explain.
on me, if you cheat on me, I'm cold. Like it's over. I'm done. Ain't gonna be no more chances. Cause
Mm.
I come out the gate saying straight up, like I'm gonna communicate with you. I trust you,
Uh
and
huh.
if you have the goal to cheat on me, you don't respect me.
Yep.
Some people, yeah, they have problems and they could probably go to therapy
That's
for
true.
sex addiction, but I feel like everybody's capable of holding themselves accountable for their actions.
Exactly.
So, if, for example, if there's people out there who use substances
Mm-hmm.
I hate when I see an individual like complain and say like woe is me and I can't get this, can't get that. If you use the same energy you did when you were using to get what you needed, then you can use the same energy to not do that.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I completely understand that.
So in regards to cheating, I never cheated a day in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I don't find it necessary. If I want to go stick my thing in somebody else,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna break up with you.
Mm.
Simple as that. I don't have time to be cheating on people like that. Requires way too much energy.
It's it's so taxing. Like you have
Yeah,
to
I don't.
create the
Yeah, I don't
trust
have time. I
again,
can't
and
even remember half of the women I work with name. Well, I can't even just say women. That's disrespectful. I can't remember half of the people I work with name. I'm terrible. I know I get myself caught up.
oh, absolutely.
I can't even multitask. I can't talk and text. How the heck am I going to pay attention to two different women's needs?
Hey, and you know what's crazy? Like, not to, I know we shout him out before, but with Kevin Hart in that Breakfast Club interview, he was like, you have to create a trust with somebody else on top of your relationship just to cheat. Like, that's mad work. Like, how you actually gonna do that? Like,
Yeah,
you
you clearly have no regard or respect for the person that you with if you have enough energy and time to do that.
exactly
You could put that same energy into going and buying her a car with some flowers
right. You
or
can write
trying
something
something
really
new in the
nice.
bedroom or taking her out on a crazy date that would just throw her off.
Mm-hmm.
Use that same cheating energy or craftiness you use into cheating on your girl or your boyfriend into making them feel special or fostering a better relationship between you two and everybody be out here married and happy as hell.
Exactly, yo. And instead of
I
spreading,
ain't with that bullshit. Like, don't bullshit me.
instead of spreading so much hate, like just spread that love back. Like
Exactly.
you obviously hating from somewhere else. Like,
Exactly.
oh, I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? Like,
That's
I'm
why I
a
feel like cheating is worse. Communication can be fixed. I'm not saying bad communication is a good thing because that can be just as annoying, but I feel like if the person is willing to actually work on that, it can be easier than working through infidelity.
you know, yeah,
To
that is
me,
very true. That is very true. That is very true. I was going to say that same sentiment. Like, it, I always feel like cheating is due to something. If you're not feeling as adequate, if you're not feeling humbled enough, or I mean, not humbled, not validated enough, if it's clearly something that you don't want, if you're unsure what you want, if you're not in the right space for it, you can talk about it. Like, you don't have to be so silent. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, I think the worst relationship I had, all we did was argue. Like, we argued, we fought, we argued, we fought, and it was like we never really expressed how we felt. You know what I mean? Like, we used to
Which
write.
means it was pointless.
Exactly. Like, and at one point, I remember we started writing more, and we were writing to each other, and writing to each other, and writing and writing, and we never let anybody read it. Like, I didn't let her read it, she didn't let me read it. It was just we were just bottling it up, and it just used to be explosive. Like, we were good, but it always resulted back to bad, and it was like, yo, what are we doing? And it came to the point, I was like, yo, this this just ain't working. Like, we're not in the mindset for this. We're not ready for this. Like, it's obviously something missing here. But and that's the like when it comes to healthy communication, like sometimes you have to understand and accept like what it is. Like, it's not gonna look the exact same for everybody. Some people
No,
their
it's
healthy
not. And
communication
people need
might be
to understand that.
yeah.
And
Some
before
people
I forget, because I didn't want to cut you off, but
oh yeah, go
shout
ahead.
out to you for writing to your girl. I respect that.
Who me? Oh, appreciate that.
I respect
Yeah.
that.
That's
A
a
lot of people don't use that. Like, not everybody's able to express themselves verbally. I think you can, but that's rare that two people can send each other like a message.
oh no, it wasn't messages, it was old school. Pen and paper.
I didn't mean like literally like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
text
I know
message
what you
or like
mean.
an
I know
email.
what you
I
mean.
meant like just a message.
Yeah, yeah. Like just the
I think that's
communication.
effective because when you write while your emotions are raw, you say
Yeah.
what you mean for real.
Yep. Yep. Because every other time you're like trying to correct it, you're trying to revise it, you're trying to put it through a filter or
Exactly.
two. Yo, when you're writing it down, you're putting all your energy into focusing how to interpret your feelings onto paper or whatever.
Yes.
and it's just like it's not distracting at all. Like you have one tunnel, and that's all you're going through. You know, so when it comes to healthy communication, it might look different for everybody. You know, it's not always going to be a let's talk everything out. Let's have a medium. Let's get somebody that's mutually involved. Let's go to counseling. Let's take some space from each other. Sometimes it might be, yo, let's let's go to the batting cage and knock some baseballs out until we're calm enough to actually say something to each other. You know, let's go for a long drive and say absolutely nothing until one of us has at least one positive thing to say first, and then followed by everything else we had to say.
That's an advanced. That's an advanced thing to do in a relationship. I don't think everybody can handle that.
I did that once. That was hard.
I just like road trips to talk when you're in a happy place.
Nah, it's not.
I don't know about that. Because you know, if she don't care about you, she gonna kill both of y'all.
That's why you always drive. Nah, I mean, for me, like, driving always calms me down. So it was like, I think at one point in a relationship I was in, it was like, let's drive and like, you have 45 seconds to talk. I mean, no, it was like 3 minutes. You have 3 minutes to talk uninterrupted. You just say everything you have to say until you can't say anything anymore. And because we were, you know, I'm focused on driving and everything else, it's like I can't, because I had a really big problem with always interrupting and, you know, responding and reacting rather than listening.
Yeah.
So it made me focus on just listening. Like, that's all I could do. So that's
effective communication.
Yeah. What worked for you?
So I would say in the verses, cheating is worse, but they're both bad.
Yeah. One leads to the other, in my opinion.
Yeah.
If you argue so much, you're going to look for happiness somewhere else. If you cheat so much, you're going to argue about what it is that you're missing.
I agree.
Yeah.
Good point.
Thank you, sir.
Applause for you.
Thank you.
You're over here bodying topics today.
We're too cheap to have the upgraded version with the soundboard to put the applause on, but it was only 99 cents, but I ain't want to pay for that.
Nah, that's dead.
Yeah, that was dead. But what were you about to say with the communication?
I don't remember.
That's not healthy communication, sir.
My memory is off. Come on.
I bet it is. You're probably multitasking. But
no, time out. We gonna rewind what you just said, because you was doing that slick swear word last podcast, and I didn't catch it until I listened to it. Two times over. You be whispering a little slick stuff.
I don't whisper, bro.
Yes, you do. You're barely talking loud now.
I'm talking mad loud. Do you not see my sound?
You say little slick stuff. You lucky I can't remember what you said last podcast. No. It was about eating butt. You're like, I feel like you do.
Why you make me sound like Chris Hansen,
I caught it.
Sound like the therapist off of South Park.
I don't care.
I mean, the teacher. Okay.
I caught it. You didn't keep doing that.
I bet you do.
See, there you go.
So you ain't got no background noise now. Damn. Yo, this is a random side note, yo. I know you don't go on social media like that. No? Okay. So, have you seen this whole beard game matters, whatever thing?
I don't know what that is.
Basically, it's... Oh my god. Let me explain this in the most politically correct
Are we talking like actual beards, like on your face?
Yeah, on your face. Basically, it's a group, like, it's on Facebook, right?
It's called, what is it called again?
Beard Game or Beard Gang Matters, something like that. I think it's Beard Game.
First of all, that's not funny, and second of all, I don't have a beard, so
Beard
F
Game
that
Matters.
whole thing.
1.2 million members. Over 100 posts a day.
And almost 70% of them are ugly, which is why they have a beard.
Yep.
Say now, that's disrespectful. Shout out to the people who can grow beards, because I'm not one of them.
But
I didn't ask you to agree.
I didn't. I just.
You said word. I don't appreciate that.
But no, basically, it's like dudes in there with beards. They put a picture of themselves up. All this outlandish stuff. Like somebody sent a picture, it was like some dude like in a bathtub with bubbles, and it was too much. And it's like just women just like drooling over them and like trying to set up sex and do everything else. And I'm like, yo, social media has really changed into like sexting, like in public. Like Oh,
Because everybody bold when you put it on the internet. So why not? I'm not shocked by it.
exactly. But then you talk to them in person, it's like, mm, hi. Like it. I don't know. I just find it like ridiculous, and like it's people's like girlfriends in there going ham at dudes, and I'm
They
like,
don't care. We talking about these are the same people who disrespect somebody grandma and be sitting there swearing in front of them.
yep. And it's like, what kind of respect do we have for ourselves though? Like, just think about this. And I always say this, and I always think about it. What if one day our children like got a hold of like everything we do on social media or on the
I
internet?
wouldn't be worried because they not
Yeah, I'm
really on
fine.
my.
I'm good.
But I don't social media. If they found my MySpace, I can't remember what's on there, so I don't know. But
MySpace.
as far as everything
I was
else,
pretty good on
I wouldn't be
MySpace.
ashamed, and they wouldn't be ashamed of me.
Yeah, but
I've always been smart with that, and on top of that, I have a super white man name, so you wouldn't be able to find me anyway.
it's yeah, and it's like some people put themselves so much out there, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm creating a platform for myself." No, you're just being a hoe. I'm sorry.
Wow,
Like I'm honest, like
wow.
it's honest. I'm like some stuff I just like whenever dudes are like, "Yo, this joint's mad bad." If I can look her up and see all of the wild stuff that she did, I don't want her, son. Like, who wants all that? So what's the point?
They don't think about that though, because it's just like everyone's invincible until something bad happens. Everybody just doesn't care about anything until you have real responsibilities. But then you got some people out here with children still acting stupid.
Oh my god, acting like it's okay. I'm about to just have like 8 more.
Yeah, it's really about your morals and what you were exposed to as a child. You can't put all blame on you, but you can put more blame on you because we live in an age of information, and you should be able to look these things up. And if you want to change, you can, because everything today in 2017 is accessible.
Mm-hmm. And if it's not accessible right now, we'll find a way.
Yeah, you can literally create your own lane and do it.
Exactly. Then you get to that point of like, I don't know. I just that's that one fear. I'm just like, why? Why? Like, you do know this stuff is public knowledge now. You do know when you press accept on these apps that you're sharing it with certain places. You do know you're selling your search history to places. Like, what's the point? Like,
Word.
what's there that's hidden? Like, if you're in a group chat and you're dropping these provocative pics and you're talking about things you do, things you don't do, like, okay, thanks for telling me your whole resume. Like, I don't even care if you can do the job now. I know what you can and can't do. I already seen it all. You haven't even done a 30-day process. Like, what's the point? So, I mean, I say all that just for the fact of like, I can bring that back to everything, arguing, cheating, but it's like, what are you getting from that? Like, what are you actually gaining? You know what I mean? So like, when people have those like low key like pornographic like Snapchats and stuff, it's like, all right, like what you really getting from this? Like, what's missing? But I mean, part of that is just like the mental health side where I'm like, well, what's missing?
Insecurities,
Yeah, like crazy insecurities. Like, what's going on? You need help?
or you're not willing to admit to yourself about you don't know about yourself like you want to, or you don't want to come out
There's something
and be
missing.
your real self.
Yep, you're living this superficial id. That's what it was. It was id, right?
Yeah,
Id and super ego and all that. You're living this
it
superficial
was
side of you.
ego, super ego, and id.
Yeah, like you're living this superficial side of you, and like you you don't even know who you
The
are.
id was the one that gave into like the carnal desires, like our basic desires.
Yeah,
Of
yeah, yeah, yeah. Look at
the
me.
super ego was like the ideal inflated self, I believe, and then the ego is you
Got you.
normally.
Yeah, so it's like, what's the point? Like, I don't know, but all in all, just just keep some stuff under wraps. Like, some people don't need to know everything. It really doesn't. Like, I've seen so many of my clients now are trying to get them jobs, and an employer finds their Facebook or Snapchat, and it's over before they even got the job. I'm just
Yep.
like, all right, well, that sucks. Like, there's no point of it anymore because now they're before you even introduce yourself, you already lost it. You lost your opportunity. So same with like relationships. Before you even introduce yourself into a relationship, You lost your opportunity to be with me. I already know who you are. I know what you look like and everything else, so I'm good. You're not gonna make everybody happy.
And you never. Well, teach his own. I don't think people should live lives trying to
Impress
make
others.
others happy.
Exactly. Make yourself happy first, man.
You're gonna make yourself miserable. Like trying to appease everybody out here is probably not a good idea. Carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, which is one of my problems, is probably
Not
not
the
a good
best thing
idea.
for you. Yeah, for real.
And trying to change people is not going to turn out good for you either. But I don't know. I don't know
I
nothing.
completely get that. Stop saying that bullshit. Though.
I always have to say that because people don't take. I will say something to somebody, they will not listen to me, and then something happens, they looking at me like, and I'm like, well, told you. But I don't know nothing.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we're not professionals on anything. So not by saying I know nothing at all. Like you know something, you have experiences. You know what I mean. You have some kind of knowledge base. So,
The only thing I know is how to be Kevin.
and live life through Kevin's lenses until you.
Exactly, because there's only one me.
There you go. Unless like in some weird experiment there was like 12 of you, which would make sense.
I kill all of them.
I think
On record, I said that.
Wow. So if you had a clone, you would get rid of him.
It depends on why the clone was created and if it had programming.
What programming?
Like if it was programmed to take over my life, I'm killing it.
All right. What if it was just there just to be there?
Oh, then I'm cool with that.
You're just okay with like another you walking around?
Yeah, I always wanted a twin.
No thanks. I don't want more of me.
That'd be dope.
Nope. No thanks.
I think twins are cool. Shout out to all the twins.
Shout out to all the pairs.
Shout out to Instagram.
I bet.
Shout out to hashtag no butt stuff.
Oh my god. I'm about to make that a shirt. Yo,
Same here.
You know some real. Yo, I just want to let y'all know the kind of dude Kev is. The type of text I get from this man on a daily basis.
Go ahead and put me on blast. I'm gonna put you right back on blast.
Nah, I'm not, because I just thought about it.
Oh, all right. I was waiting for it. Okay.
You're right. You got it.
I ain't even say nothing wild. I haven't said anything wild in a while.
Oh, nigga.
The last text message I sent you was in regards to your work, and you didn't even answer me, by the way.
I did. I said, wow. I just said, wow.
I ain't getting no text message.
You haven't been getting my text ever since you got a droid again, dog.
Nah, real life. Nah, don't try to do that, Apple fan.
No,
don't
I'm being
try.
serious. Like,
Don't
this
try.
is the first time you said that now.
On God, what's the last message you got from me?
The very last message?
Yes.
How's the supervisor been?
Exactly. I didn't get no reply.
Yeah, I didn't reply. I was at work. I was busy.
Oh, so what the hell is you talking about?
No, I'm talking about before.
I'm glad he did it on freaking record. Everybody heard that bullshit, right?
I didn't respond. I was talking about the fact of you was talking about my work, and you said you didn't get a response because I sent you that picture afterwards, and you was like, "That's crazy." Remember? Think about it.
Yeah, that was what, a whole 2 days ago or
Same
something?
day, dog.
No, bro, on God, it wasn't. Today's Wednesday, bro. That was yesterday.
Snap, you're right. All right, yeah. You got that. No, that was Tuesday.
No, look. I'm looking right at
I'm
it.
looking at it too. Monday, you said timeout. Did you? Da. See,
Bro, that was yesterday.
I don't know nothing.
And then the timeout text message was from the day before.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Timeout was for Monday.
Timeout was Monday, which you just said
Tuesday
was Tuesday.
Yeah, and then today was the Well, this is actually a normal conversation.
And Sunday was the other thing.
Yeah.
So then what are you talking about?
I don't know what were we arguing for.
Cause I don't know.
Yo, I just realized.
You lucky I don't be remembering stuff. I had a point and I was right.
Yo,
That's
I
all I
realized you spelled activities horribly, and I can't even say it because I'm gonna laugh. Scroll up.
Where is it?
Scroll up, yo. Yo, that's funny.
Hold up, where? Oh, Jesus
I
Christ.
have none. You're disgusting. No,
Activities.
you right.
Activity.
No butt stuff. But yeah. How you feel about girls talking about their exes, yo?
Mm.
Here we go. Here comes the meat.
Nah, you're funny for that. I feel like you only brought that up because you scrolled up too high.
I
You got jokes.
was trying to find some more dirt.
I'm comfortable with myself. I don't care.
Oh, facts. Yo, I think.
Like before, I feel like a lot of guys who get upset at that
Uh,
are insecure about something, or they just are angry for no reason. I don't, you talk about your ex till you blue in the face. At the end of the day, well, I can't say that. That was
at the
so
end of
about
the
to
day,
be a
I'm he
disclaimer
done.
statement.
He did. Hell yeah. Like that's what I say. I remember.
At the end of the day, you do you, boo.
Yo, you gonna leave? You gonna leave? That's gonna be your loss.
Exactly. You gonna leave happy? I tell you that.
Word. You gonna be. Gonna hit you in that 2 months afterwards. You're like, dang, I missed that. Like this ain't the same. This is not. This is not the same recipe as Wonder Bread. What is going on?
Uh huh. Go. Every single one of my exes be like, damn. Well, yeah. Nah, I'm
Yeah.
not even gonna say nothing, but
Yes. I remember.
there was something missing after they all did what they did. I tell you that.
Yep. Like at one.
Kevin changed your life.
Like in one part of my life, like I used to be like, oh, I hate that you brought him up. I get upset, and then eventually it hit me. I was like, yo, I don't care. Like I'm your first boyfriend
For
now.
real.
Like I'm sorry.
Why should
You
you?
just started over. Like this is number one. You got an ex. All right, cool. Bye. That means you still got them in your life somewhere. So you
Word, do
better,
you,
better
boo?
respect me.
Put some respect on my
Because
name.
it's like that whole bottling that emotions thing again, and lashing out for what? Like because you comparing me to somebody
If you
else.
would effectively express yourself and effectively communicate every single time, there wouldn't be no bottling up.
Exactly. So it's like,
I was just having this conversation with Bay yesterday.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's crazy how mature our relationship is,
That's
but
what's up, man. Shout out to
yeah,
you,
really,
man.
like,
Shout out to Bay.
thank you.
Shout out to Bay, man.
That junk is
The key.
crazy. Like, I might have met the
I'm gonna
one,
meet up.
but
Ooh. Does she listen to
hey,
this?
I don't think so.
Oh, that's whack.
That'd be awkward
Shout.
if she heard this one.
Yeah, that would be awkward. But I'm shouting her out. Man, man, that's whack.
But
Send
nah,
it to
nah, nah.
her.
We not doing all that. Dang, what were we talking about?
Talking about your girl talking about exes.
No, but what was like the last point? Because I said I was talking about it yesterday.
Bottling up emotions.
Oh yeah, yeah. So if you bottle up your emotions, that means you don't have good communication in your relationship, and it's gonna fail
Good
regardless.
communicationship in your relationship.
Did I say
No,
communication
you really
ship?
did just say communication
Oh
shit.
snap!
I swear to God that was not a word. I swear to God.
Good communication in your relationship.
Yeah.
You need trust, communication,
Respect.
and attraction to have an effective
And
relationship.
respect.
Okay, yeah. We
But
can throw that in there too. I feel like that falls underneath trust because if you don't trust somebody, you don't respect them. To me,
that's true. But just like respect to treat them as you would want to treat them. Like, or you would want to be treated, I mean. You get what I'm saying?
yeah. Okay,
Like,
yeah,
I
yeah.
can.
So then we'll throw trust in the fold.
Exactly.
So those four things, if you don't have them, you shouldn't be in that relationship.
Yo, and actually, now think about it. If a girl's talking about their exes with me, that's a bad thing, dog. Like, I'm reminding her of her past somewhere. Which means I'm being.
Yeah, that might be a warning sign,
Yeah.
or things are so great that she's wondering like, how the hell did I deal with that last guy?
That's a very good spin. I just think of the
Yeah,
part of.
so it could be either or.
I just think of that part of like, all right, I'm following some trend. I'm being complacent somewhere. I'm being, what I mean, this is a routine again. Like where, why, how,
Yeah.
and
So I mean, that can go both ways.
exactly. And when it comes to that though, like understanding that certain things are due to how great you are. Like for instance, if she's saying, "Wow," like how you were saying, like where she's wondering what went wrong. Like look at it in that lens. Like I'm that great that this is happening. I'm so great.
Yeah,
She's rethinking her whole life. She's rethinking what's been wrong, where I've been. You know what I mean? So,
exactly.
and that's your piece. So understanding naturally what gifts you have and you bring to people, and understanding what it is you want to be fulfilled with outside of like physical attraction and all that stuff. Like, how else, if I didn't have a mate right now, how would I be happy? You know what I mean? If I
Yeah.
got in a relationship, how can I tell him what I like to do? How can I tell him what works for me when I'm angry? So being your own boyfriend or girlfriend first, like, that's great. You know?
And at the end of the day, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. You shouldn't. I can't. Maybe just going with the flow is a bad thing for me, but that's something I started doing as I got older. But I'm not about to sit here and try to control every aspect of my relationship. I'm gonna stress myself out doing that. If it's meant to be, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna put my best foot forward, most definitely. But to worry about things I can't control, I got too many things in my life to be worried about that, and I am one to dwell on things. I don't need more things to dwell on.
Yep.
I'm just taking it one day at a time, and I didn't get it before when people would say that to me. I really mean it when I say I live it one day at a time. At least one thing in my life that's going is correct
Mm-hmm.
is my relationship
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and my friendships, because I started removing negative people from my life. I don't have time for that. If you're not trying to grow with me or you're not teaching me something, you don't need to be around me.
Exactly. It's outside of it. Like, you can be my acquaintance. I'm not gonna call you my.
Yeah, I don't do acquaintances. I know when people say I have friends, I have acquaintances. Acquaintances to me are people you walk by and say hi to. In that
Mm,
case, I'm not even gonna call you my acquaintance. I'm gonna call you somebody that I know.
acquaintance, but yeah, I definitely get what you're saying with that.
But you know, with me, when I know somebody, that don't mean nothing. I'll say hi to you. I'll be cordial, but keep it at that. If you ask me a dumb question, I'm gonna give you an answer. You're gonna be upset with me.
Exactly.
Why don't we hang anymore?
You kind of
Really?
know why we don't hang anymore.
Like, don't ask me stupid questions.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know people say there's no such thing as a stupid
Nah,
question, but
there's
there
such
is.
thing as a stupid question. I'm a firm believer in that.
Word. Unless you're a professor who's not tenure.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, no.
Yeah.
Shout out to Shingleton. If Shingleton listens to these,
Yo,
I'm so sorry. Like, I feel like I haven't talked to you in a long time.
word. Did you ever send her that reference letter? No.
No, that's why I feel bad. I need to
You're
talk to her.
trash.
Bro, I just forgot,
You're
honestly.
trash. I'll give you her number.
I
I'll give you her
forgot.
number afterwards. You can hit her up.
I'm really going to email her. I feel bad.
Yeah, do that, yo. She, I miss her, man. We got,
She's a real one.
yeah, man. Shout out to her for being one of
And
them.
also, rest in peace, and my prayers go out to the family. You remember Dr. Johnson?
Dr. Johnson. Yeah, the math dude.
Yo, he passed. Well, nah, he wasn't mad. No, not him, not him, not him.
Yo, you.
Remember the guy who wore the toupee, who was the speech teacher, professor?
Yeah.
Yo, he passed away, bro.
Are you serious?
That junk sent chills up my spine, bro. Like, I found out yesterday. Shania hit me up and was like, "Yo, he passed away." She sent me the article. I'm like, "Yo, what?"
Wow.
That junk made me feel a type of way, bro. Like, we need to go. We need to go up that area and visit some people.
Yeah, ASAP. We
Like, prayers go out to that family or
yo,
anybody
big
that
time,
affected.
man.
That's
I
crazy. Like, that
remember
man is the reason why I'm able to speak in front of people.
big time. I remember I was online when I had his class, and my grade was
He used to always go, "So ham, you were a knucklehead in this class."
yeah. I mean, but he loved the fact that I was so passionate about things. But
He loves a challenge.
oh, absolutely. But I remember he used to challenge me on my portfolio, on my presentation. I'm like, yo, this is a basic speech class, man. Like, I don't need all this. And
Yeah.
then what I end up doing that that next semester, doing the pageants, doing those tours, and speaking publicly.
Yep.
Yo, wow, yo,
It's crazy, man. Life is short.
wow. Yeah, we gotta visit some folks, man. Wow, I did not know he passed, man. Rest in
It
peace,
just
man.
dawned on me, like, I feel like that probably should have been a conversation off this podcast, but it just hit me, and
Nah, that's
I
all
feel like I
good.
need
That's
to
all
say
good.
something.
Man, rest in peace and power, Dr. Johnson, yo.
For real.
That was the homie. Even though me and him see eye to eye a lot in class, man, I had the utmost respect for that man.
Same here.
Wow.
Like, I literally wouldn't be able to talk. I wouldn't be able to do this podcast if it wasn't for him.
Seriously. Wow. Mm-mm. That's wild.
Life is short, man. Appreciate people. Appreciate the people in your lives.
Seriously.
Make sure you tell them you appreciate them because you never know.
Yeah.
And that's also leading into the final topic for the day: fulfilling yourself and having a natural, like, just a peace within yourself. Like, you really need to. I know we've had like talks about this on the other four podcasts, like here and there,
Mm-hmm.
but like really try to live to your full potential.
Yep.
You can only be you. You only have one life.
Yep.
Like, I was listening to a motivational speech earlier
Mm-hmm.
that was talking about how animals don't have a choice but to be given 120% every day of their life, because if they don't, they're dead.
Yep.
Human beings are the only species that does not live to their full potential.
Mm-hmm.
Stop being okay with complacency. Like,
Mediocrity.
there's a reason why there's a 1% and there's everybody else.
Exactly.
The 1% we're willing to push. If you aren't feeling pain, you're not going to make it to the next level. Pain results in success.
Mm-hmm.
I want everybody out there who's listening to name a person who didn't go through anything and who is successful right now.
Um. Hmm. Well, I had one, but I mean, I don't want to name him or give him that energy right now.
I feel like I know who you're talking about,
Yeah,
but
I'm not
no.
giving no energy. Um.
For all the people who you look up to, who inspire you to be better, I guarantee they went through something.
Yep. If they didn't go through anything, they clearly weren't tested. When you're tested, you become stronger.
Yeah,
Iron forges steel. Iron sharpens iron.
exactly.
No, fire forges
You
steel.
did everything you've experienced, and I know some people's lives are harder than others, but you experienced it for a reason, and it made you who you are at this very moment. So strive to be the best you can be. There's people out here who are born and will never see the age of 15 years old, and you trying to tell me at 35 you're complaining about woe is me and I can't do this, I can't do that. Really? Like, let's really put that into perspective. There are children who are born who are gonna die before they're even 12 years old.
Yep. There's people here that's gonna die.
And you're complaining at 25? What are you complaining about?
Exactly.
Yeah, life is hard. Yeah, things happen.
Yeah.
So push through it.
Exactly. And I love when people try to they use the pillars and so wow. Oh my god, my throat got mad tight. When people use those pillars of somebody else's failures as their ladder for success, like just because um, Billy over there is poor in a rural community and he wants to be an NFL player, and because his school doesn't have anything and he just got cut off the team, doesn't make you a better person. None of that affects you. Like, you have your own lane to stay in. So
Exactly.
when you come across your plights and your fights, you gotta do what you gotta do. And it's so crazy. I was trying not to bring it up, but I gotta bring it up, yo. I need 15 real quick. This is to the individual that said, I don't. Well, I'm saying I, as in me. Man, your damn laptop. This is to that individual, man, that said that I never went through anything, that I just got everything handed to me, that I never struggled, that I never fought through
Oh,
stuff, man.
I'm gonna let you go ahead
Yeah,
and
man.
talk
I
that
need I
talk.
need this 15. I gotta get this off my chest again.
I don't know about 15. That's a long
No,
time,
seconds,
but
seconds,
I'm gonna let
seconds,
you
not
talk your talk.
minutes. All that stuff where I never went through anything. I was born with this in my mouth and this. You have no idea what I've done, what I've been through, what my struggle is. No, my struggle isn't I don't have enough gas. No, my struggle ain't I ain't got matching Michael Kors watches. Like, what? Come on, son. Come on, dog. Like, I work too hard for that disrespect. I'm done, man. I ain't gonna get that person no more energy out of my life. I'm good. And had a nerve to try to hit
That's it. You sure?
and had a nerve to try to hit me up on some. I hope everything's well, man. Get out my face, dog. All right, I'm done. I said be blessed. All right, I'm done. I promise. That's it. I'm good.
Life and death is in the power of the tongue. That's where I'm gonna leave it.
That was dope. That was dope. I give you that. So at the end of the day, make yourself happy. You know what I mean?
For real.
Understand the fact that time out. This is not really a side note, but you know what a sundial is, right?
Yeah.
Next time you see one, go up to it and find an inscription on it, like an engraving on it. All sundials have a very deep / depressing engraving on it. I just learned that on this other podcast I listened to. Like one of them was like, the longer you look at me, the more I fade away. You have nothing but there's like I'm full. No, you're full of me, but I'm never here to stay or something like that. And I'm like, wow, like those things are deep, man. I want to get a sundial just for that. But it's like we have 24 hours, and we're always wondering how long until the next hour is gone until we can lead
Yep.
to.
Where's all that time?
Yeah, like we just looking forward to that 48 hours on the weekend. You can look at I can't do math that fast, but all those hours in a week, man, like there's 525,600 minutes in a year, and like everybody's counting down till the weekend, like or counting down till Christmas, counting down to the holidays. Like, why?
Time is your most valuable resource.
Yep. The only thing that can slip through your
And
head.
that just made me remember something that a coach taught me when I was in high school. To get me to work out, he said to me, and this is really where I'm going to leave, and I have nothing to say after this. This is something you guys need to
Go
think
for
about. When you think about the concept of time and your full potential and you being the best
it.
you, every day, I'm going to use food because I'm hungry. Let's say you're eating French fries.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'll let you rock with this.
Every time you eat a French fry,
Okay.
you don't get that stuff back.
Okay.
So let's think of when you're done with your meal. Hopefully you're fulfilled and you're nourished. Your body's good.
Mm-hmm.
But let's say you're still hungry afterwards. Can you go back and eat those fries?
You can order some more, but no.
But you can't have the ones that you already ate.
They're gone.
So every day that you live on this earth, you should be trying to do the most to fulfill your dreams, because you're not going to get that hour back. You're not going to get that day back. You're not going to get that week back. The older you get, the faster the years go by.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing with your life?
Very true.
Stop making excuses and go do you. Prosper. Push that much harder. There's always someone out there working harder than you. If you want something, go get it. If it doesn't exist, create it. If you're not happy with something, do something about it. Stop talking. Stop gossiping.
Very true.
That's all I gotta say.
That was deep, bro. That was deep. Got me want to go do something. I'm sitting here like, man, it's such much hours until the next day. I can still do this. This only. It brings me back. Remember that online mindset, yo, when Coach broke it down to us? I still think of that today. Like, it's 25 hours today. I'm going to be at work for 8 of these hours. I have a lunch for 1 of these hours. That still leaves me at 15 hours of the day. 7 of these are going to be sleep. What am I about to do with the rest of these? I have 8 more hours to do something.
Facts.
So I'm gonna finish off with this quote, man. It's by Will Rogers. Half our time is spent trying to find something to do with the time we have rushed through our life trying to save. Damn, I actually didn't think about it, so I read it. Wow. Like, yeah, man. Time is literally of the essence, and it's of yours. So, if you enjoyed this podcast, if you enjoy what we're talking about, comment, like, subscribe, leave a rating, leave a review. If you didn't like what we talked about, if we thought we missed something, if you found something that you thought was really funny, hit us up. You can follow us on Instagram at FastWi5 for you. You can follow us on Twitter. I'm not even using the Twitter. Mac's probably doing that. The Facebook page is still there. If you want to go on that, there's nothing there for that. Check out the Instagram. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to the iTunes podcast. Subscribe to the Google Play. Leave a review, comment, something. Let us know you're there. Say what's up. Check in. Got any inquiries and you don't have any of our personal contacts, hit us up on our email, fastwifi4u@gmail.com. And I'm Jay.
I'm Kev.
This Fast Wi-Fi for you, the podcast, and we're out.
And wait.
You got so lucky.
Wait. Something I forgot to say.
Go ahead.
Everybody out there, you should notice if you listen. Don't forget to look at the mirror. Look at your reflection and say, you do not work harder than me. You's an ugly motherfucker. No, real talk. Look in the mirror. Tell yourself you're beautiful. You're handsome. You are successful. You can do what you want to do. I'm done now.
Bada boom, bada bang. Skip it.
Vagina.
Hashtag no butt stuff, man. We out.
Hashtag no butts.